You know about TikTok. TikTok is Chinese, and Mr. Trump has said he won't tolerate them being Chinese, which is a topic in and of itself, but let's leave that. And the deadline for them to stop being Chinese is the 5th of April, which is coming up. But they haven't cut a deal yet. The Chinese, the hope was that American company would come in and get them for a cheap price because they're under the gun. They have to sell. Chinese are they're used to this. They're much smarter than that. So there's no deal yet, and there may not be one. And Mr. Trump begins to realize he's at the wrong end of this. Because if the Chinese are smart, they'll kill TikTok. And they'll say to the 20 million Americans who use it, you know who deprived you of your TikTok? The orange man. Someone told him yesterday or the day before, you're going to screw yourself here, Donald. They're going to go out. They'll reset it and call it LickLock 2 weeks later, and they'll have all the names. They have everything they need. They'll just move them, and the whole game will start all over again. Or they'll find an intermediary, some obscure Norwegian company, and make them the intermediary. All of this is being done, I'm sure. All taken care of. You're going to get screwed, Donald. So 4 days ago, Donald goes on the air and says the only thing he could say, I'm not going to impose the April 5th deadline. If a deal can be worked out, though, in the days and weeks following, I might take the tariffs off of China. Do you understand? What he's teaching everybody, even though it'll take him a long time to learn, is that this is all a game.
Real fast and loose.
Yeah. And I'm playing as fast and loose as I know how. I realize, oh, shit, this is going to come back and bite me. I got to do something. So what can I give the Chinese to back away from doing what they're about to do to me? Because more important for the Chinese than TikTok, no matter how many billions it's worth, is destroying the political base of Mr. Trump by depriving Americans of TikTok and blaming him for it, which they will be able to do. Wow. Now, he didn't think that through. Just like he didn't think through how sanctions could not work in the Ukraine situation. He didn't. The only other explanation, besides the chaos of all this, is if there's a method in the madness, if there's some strategic objective. And I have heard one. I don't buy it, but I might be wrong, and maybe it's true. I'll tell you that if you want. That he is, in fact, the prisoner of Mr. Putin. And that somehow making a mess here is the point. If it were the objective to do that, he's doing it.
You think that
No,
Putin could have something?
I don't believe that that's correct. I don't agree with that. But I've heard it. And look, it's like everything else. It's a symptom to hear it, whether it's true or not. And I don't think it is. I certainly don't know that it is. But that people are thinking that it's thoughtful. It's the intellectual effort to say, this is so bizarre and unusual that I need to think, why would this be? Don't get caught in the weeds. Why is the totality? An awful lot of Americans pick up the newspaper waiting each day for what Mr. Trump is going to say that's sort of outrageous or extreme or provocative. What is that? Could be his personal style. Yeah, okay. Even then, if you believe that, why are we having that now? We haven't had that for a long time, if ever. But what What is this? So I'm sure people will come up with more and less far-fetched, because the situation is far-fetched. I don't blame people for coming up with these sorts of speculations, because it is provocative. You want to understand it. I want to understand. I wish I had an expert. If you say to me, why is this whole thing happening? Well, I tell you my story of a declining empire. I think that does a good bit of putting these things together into a coherent argument. So I use it. Makes sense to me. I don't do the Putin story. That's American, demonization of your enemies and all of that. I mean, it's not that I like Mr. Putin. It has nothing to do with that. But I'm looking for explanations. When people offer one, I listen.